I spend most of my time talking about communication. I definitely err on the side of over communicating. So my encouragement to parents is always to just go ahead and speak things out loud. State the obvious. When it comes to honesty, don't assume that your kid knows what honesty is. Don't assume that they know what truth means for you or what you want it to mean for them. It is really, really helpful starting at a young age to just be clear with your kids about what you consider to be honesty. What is open communication? What is full disclosure? What is it that you expect in your relationship with your child and in your child's behavior? When kids are young, sometimes they experiment with storytelling. It's important for you to help them understand the difference between fantasy and reality, which can sometimes look to parents like the difference between lying and telling the truth. So just go ahead and speak those things out. Again, try to avoid any type of judgment. There's no need to even use the word lying when they're that young. If it's something that's really important to you, feel free to do that, but try to do it in a way that isn't judgmental, it's more informative. So help them understand the difference between talking about what is real and true versus what is not. As kids get older, they might start to omit certain details when they're telling stories or sharing information with you. It's important for them to know if you consider omission lying. So if they leave a detail out of a story, is that something that you're going to perceive as dishonesty? They need to know that going into it, and it's important for you guys to be able to communicate clearly and directly and openly by making sure that you have the same expectations in terms of what is shared, what is considered honest and open communication, and let that be your starting point. So then when you're engaging in conversations together as they get older, you're both on the same page about what it is that you're expecting. Oftentimes when we focus on judgmental or kind of generalized or global labels, it just ends up keeping us from understanding the other person's perspective or intentions. Misattributing intention is a huge block to understanding and connecting with our kids. So rather than seeing them as liars or assuming malicious or manipulative intent, we can step back and maybe try to understand a little bit better why they might be framing things the way that they are. Perhaps in their mind, leaving some information out, telling a half-truth, or maybe leading you to believe something that isn't entirely true isn't necessarily lying in their minds. So it's helpful for you to be able to reconsider what lying is for you and be able to communicate that clearly to your kids.